Good morning, everyone. This is a report of Group 5 for our Social Mobilization Project. Our Social Mobilization Initiative, Hinga Muna Liceans, is a project that addresses the growing mental health challenges among senior high school students. For this particular project, our target audience is the senior high school students of Liceo de Luciana in Laguna. According to a report by DepEd in 2023, there has been a significant rise in cases of anxiety, depression, and stress among students, especially in academics, an issue further exacerbated by the effects of the pandemic. According to the Global School-Based Students' Health Survey conducted in 2022, revealed alarming statistics. 17% of Filipinos aged 13 to 17 have seriously considered suicide, while 12% have actually attempted to take their own lives. These figures highlight the urgent need for us to address mental health concerns, especially within school communities. Moreover, a 2025 study showed that mental health issues among emerging adults, those in late adolescence to early adulthood, are particularly prevalent in Luzon compared to other regions in the country. This has been attributed to a mix of academic and financial pressures, as well as a persistent stigma surrounding help seeking behaviors and mental health intervention. We chose this topic because we strongly recognize the correlation between mental health and academic performance. Poor mental health can negatively affect focus, motivation, and overall learning outcomes. By addressing this issue, we are also addressing broader development goals, such as the Sustainable Development Goal number 4, which promotes inclusive, equitable, and quality education for all. According to the United Nations, students' mental health well being plays a critical role in educational success. Mental health is not a side issue, it is a central component of achieving truly inclusive education. We believe that educational systems must also take into account the psychological and emotional needs of students to create a safe and supportive learning environment where all learners are empowered to thrive. Our project is also aligned with DepEd's Basic Education Mental Health and Wellbeing Program, which seeks to strengthen mental health promotions and support services in schools nationwide. It complements national efforts to improve mental health outcomes by engaging or encouraging awareness, help seeking, and resilience, especially in youth. Through Hingamuna Lyceans, we hope to contribute to these goals by fostering a culture of mental wellness. We aim to empower students to speak up, support one another, and seek help when needed. We recognize the power of accessible digital platforms, which we use throughout the project to promote the health wellness. These platforms allow for sustainable, long term outreach, especially within school communities. Now, for our implementation timeline, the project was carried out from March 25 to April 4. During this period, we launched our social media campaign, and on April 4, we conducted our mental health awareness seminar. The entire initiative was implemented by Group 5 of DevCom 208. To guide our efforts, we identified the following specific objectives. Number one, by the end of the module, students will demonstrate an 80% improvement in their foundational knowledge of key mental wellness concepts. These include definitions of mental health, common stressors, myths and misconceptions, coping strategies, and how to be an ally to someone who is struggling. Upon distribution of our mental health primer, 100% of council members will provide either a verbal or digital confirmation that they have received it. This signifies their initial engagement in a broader mental health awareness campaign targeting the family level. Likewise, upon receiving our learning module, 100% of the involved faculty are expected to send a confirmation email or fill out a form verifying receipt. This step represents the beginning of an ongoing effort to integrate the mental health support into school culture. Lastly, we aim to create a comprehensive campaign toolkit including editable social media content templates, seminar slides, and step by step implementation guide. The goal is to allow government institutions and other stakeholders to replicate, adapt, and sustain the strategies that proved effective in this initiative. Our target audience include the senior high school students of Liceo de Luciana, their parents and teachers, and other relevant institutions, including the Department of Education and academic stakeholders who may benefit from replicating the program. Our main activities include a series of social media posts promoting mental health and well being, stress management tips, and practical guides for seeking help. modules and primers were turned over to parents and faculty after the campaign, and a mental health awareness seminar designed to engage students in open and supportive discussion. In conclusion, Hinga Muna Lyceans is more than just a school project. It is a step towards breaking the stigma, fostering mental health wellness, and creating a more compassionate and resilient student community. Thank you very much.
So, for our social media and social mobilization activities, we focus on promoting mental wellness among the senior high school students. So, we aim to connect students with essential mental health resources while building a community where they could feel supported and empowered. Through online campaigns and our educational seminar, we wanted to make mental health more relatable, more approachable, and part of their everyday lives. Here's how we did it. So, first, we created social media cards that communicated essential mental health concepts in bite sized, visually appealing formats. These were posted on Facebook, where student participants are most active. Each card featured short, impactful messages on stress management, mindfulness, and emotional awareness, paired with eye catching visuals and student friendly language. So, every card that we uploaded had a call to action, such as encouraging students to share how they felt, comment their experiences, or join in discussions, which is key to building a sense of community and support. By using short, digestible content paired with memes, we kept the conversation light while still trying to provide valuable mental health information. These cards reach students in places they already hang out, on their phones, on their laptops, basically online, so they could engage with mental wellness content seamlessly in their everyday routine. So, next, we created a dedicated Facebook group to build a safe and inclusive space for open conversation. The group served as a safe space for the students, so it became an environment where students could freely express themselves without fear of judgment. It also encouraged peer sharing, so students could use this platform to post their stories, ask for advice, and offer encouragement to each other, and to lead genuine community bonding, where students could build trust and mutual support, which can then help normalize the students to talk about their mental health. So, alongside the Facebook group that we created, we also launched a dedicated Facebook page for mental health awareness. It served as a central hub where we posted wellness tips, motivational quotes, mindfulness exercises, and interactive content like polls and Q&As. We also built momentum leading up to our seminar with a countdown series, keeping students engaged and excited. The consistent posting of content, especially relatable memes, help normalize mental health topics and encourage students to take mental wellness seriously. By combining useful resources with engaging content, the page became a place where students could access information and feel like they were part of a supportive online community. This consistent stream of content made sure mental health stayed at the forefront of students' minds, creating an ongoing conversation that invited everyone to join in. So, all these efforts led up to our seminar, Hinga Muna Lyceans, in partnership with Liceo de Louisiana and our guest speaker, Miss Lian Uy. So, this seminar was designed to create a face to face intervention to deepen students' understanding of mental wellness and mental health. So, we began the session with a pretest, giving students a chance to reflect on their current stress levels and mindset. And then Miss Oy then delivered a powerful and engaging talk on key topics like the difference between mental health and mental wellness, identifying stressors, the value of early intervention, and the importance of allyship in supporting one another. So, one of our activities was the quick poll mental wellness check in, where students anonymously rated their stress level on a scale of 1 to 5. This was an eye opening exercise not only because it revealed the common stress levels students face, but also because it opened up dialogue, showing students that many of them are going through similar experiences. Ms. Oy also shared practical strategies for managing stress, including techniques like coherent breathing, and emphasized the importance of knowing when to seek help. These practical tools empowered students with techniques they could immediately implement in their everyday lives. So, our seminar created a safe space for students to explore their emotions and connect with each other, and it also served as a platform for open up future conversations on mental wellness. So, during our seminar, we also distributed a mental wellness module to each student. This covered essential topics like how to spot stress, debunk myths, and when to seek help. To make it sustainable, the module was also integrated into the school curriculum as part of their health and values education. So students continue learning about mental wellness as part of their school experience. By pairing the seminar with this module, we ensured that students had not only the theoretical knowledge but also actionable tools they could refer to whenever they needed guidance or support. So, our approach combined engaging online content with real world discussions to promote mental health in a way that felt accessible, supportive, and lasting. By meeting students where they are, both online and in person, we were able to start meaningful conversations and plant the seeds for a more mentally healthy school community in Louisiana, at Liceo de Louisiana.
Good day everyone, I'm Aira and I'm pleased to present the results of Objective 1 from our project Hingamuna Liceans, the mental health awareness campaign for the senior high school students of Liceo de Louisiana. This first objective was very important to our efforts as it focused on building a good foundation of knowledge and understanding around mental wellness. To be precise, Objective 1 stated, by the end of the module, students will demonstrate an 80% improvement in their foundational knowledge of key mental wellness concepts covered in the module, including definition, common stressors, myths, coping strategies, and allyship. Now, the reason we focus so much on knowledge is that mental health literacy is essential. Before students can effectively take care of themselves or support their peers, they need to understand the core concepts, recognize the signs, and know where to find help. It's similar to having the right tools, you need to know how to use them. As highlighted by the 2023 Health Promotion and Literacy Longitudinal Study, there's a notable gap in mental health literacy here in the Philippines, a challenge that Hingamuna Liceans directly addressed within the Liceo de Louisiana community. To achieve this objective, we used a four-part approach, an expert-led seminar, the creation of educational social media cards, the launch of a dedicated Facebook page, and the design of a comprehensive mental health module. These components work together to provide students with a well-rounded understanding of mental health. The seminar was a key part of Hingamuna Liceans, and it directly delivered the knowledge areas targeted in Objective 1. The mental health expert leading the seminar covered these topics, drawing directly from the mental health module we developed. The seminar included definitions and explanations of mental wellness and mental health, common stressors for students, myths about mental illness, coping strategies like stress management, and the importance of seeking help and supporting others. To measure the success of Objective 1, we tracked the change in students' knowledge of mental wellness. We used pre- and post-tests to assess their understanding before and after the seminar. The results were positive. We observed a clear improvement in overall student knowledge. The aggregate pre-test score representing the students' initial understanding was 47 points. After our campaign, the aggregate post-test score increased to 277 points. This represents a gain of 230 points, which equates to an 80.97% increase in overall student knowledge. This result shows that we met and slightly exceeded our goal of an 80% improvement. To provide more detail, let's examine the improvement in each of the 5 knowledge areas from Objective 1. In understanding the definition of mental health, pre-test scores showed a general awareness, but post-test scores demonstrated a more detailed understanding of mental health. Regarding common adolescent stressors, we saw an increase in students' ability to identify specific pressures such as academic stress and social challenges. Concerning myths about mental illness, the data shows a reduction in students agreeing with harmful stereotypes after the campaign. Related to coping strategies, students demonstrated knowledge of a wider range of methods for managing stress and promoting well being. In the area of allyship, we observed an improvement in students' understanding of how to support their peers and connect them with resources. Social media was an important part of our strategy for Objective 1. We used it to reach and engage students. Our social media strategy had two main parts: a dedicated Facebook page and the development of social media cards. The Facebook page was a platform for sharing information and encouraging discussion, while the social media cards were designed to be visually appealing and to share key mental health information clearly. The data on the performance of these cards can give us insights. We track several metrics: views, which is the number of times a card was seen; reach, which is the number of different people who saw the card; and interactions, which included likes, shares, comments, and clicks. The data on the performance of these cards can give us insights. We track several metrics: views, which is the number of times a card was seen; reach, which is the number of different people who saw the card; and interactions, which included likes, shares, comments, and clicks. Some key data points illustrate this. One card received 1,447 views, showing that our content could attract student attention. The highest reach for a single card was 711 users, showing that we could share information with a large number of students. The card with the most interactions had 88 engagements, showing that our content could encourage discussion. These metrics demonstrate that our social media strategy helped Objective 1 by increasing the visibility of mental health information, reaching many students, and promoting engagement with mental health topics. It's important to briefly touch on the resources that made these activities possible. The budget for Hingamuna Liceans was carefully planned to maximize impact. Here's a breakdown of the key costs. Seminar materials included items like notebooks and pens for the speaker and participants, totaling 360 pesos. Speaker fee for the mental health expert was 2,500, reflecting the value of their expertise in delivering the seminar. Other seminar costs covered items such as eco bags, certificate holders, and refreshments, totaling 614 pesos. Therefore, the total expenditure for the campaign was 3,474 pesos. This represents a strategic investment in the mental health and well-being of the students at Liceo de Luisiana. In summary, the results clearly demonstrate that Hingamuna Liceans successfully achieved Objective 1. The significant improvement in students' knowledge shown by the pre- and post-test results demonstrates the effectiveness of our activities. The success of our social media strategy also highlights its importance in sharing information, engaging students, and creating a supportive online environment. By combining the seminar with educational content through social media and the mental health module, we created a strong intervention. This intervention had a positive impact on the mental health knowledge of senior high school students at Liceo de Luisiana. The post-test results showed that the students' overall score increased to 277 points. This achievement of Objective 1 provides a good base for the next objectives of our Hingamuna Liceans campaign. These objectives focus on reducing stigma, promoting help-seeking, and building a support system within the school. Again, this is Aira, and thank you for learning with me.
Hi everyone, I'm Max from Group 5, and I'm here to present the second objective of our mental health awareness campaign, which is called Hingamuna Liceans. So, our second objective is focused on engaging a key stakeholder group, which is the parents of our students. Our goal was to ensure that they didn't just receive but also acknowledge our mental health primer. This was a critical step in securing their active participation in our broader mental health awareness campaign. Why was this important? Studies show that parents play a central role in supporting their children's mental health, often being the first to notice changes in behavior, mood, or academic performance. Their daily presence at home also gives them a unique advantage in identifying early warning signs and providing reassurance for their children. However, parents may feel unprepared to respond effectively to their teens' mental health concerns. That's why education and awareness are so essential. When parents are equipped with the right knowledge and tools, they can help create a home environment where children feel safe, understood, and supported. Now, how did we go about this? We began by designing a short practical primer that's tailored for the parents. It was written in clear, accessible language and focused on the importance of open communication, empathy, and consistent support. Rather than overwhelming our readers with statistics or academic jargon, it featured simple yet effective ways to talk to teenagers about mental health. It included tips on active listening, validating feelings, recognizing warning signs, and knowing when and how to seek professional help. So you'll notice here that we have points such as encouraging open communication, setting boundaries, quality time, and encouraging independence. To reinforce the importance of this resource, each primer was distributed with an acknowledgement form. This form served a dual purpose. It acted as a receipt to confirm the parents' acceptance, and it also symbolized that conscious commitment of the parents to engage with the material. By signing, they were not just verifying that they had received the primer, they were also affirming that they're willing to be part of the solution and they're willing to help out in our campaign. And our response was actually very encouraging. We received a 100% confirmation rate from the parent council members. Every household was successfully reached and every form was returned. This figure, while quantitative, reflects a deeper meaning that there's a shared recognition of the importance of mental wellness and a collective readiness among parents to support their children. Now, this level of engagement is both encouraging and powerful. It indicates that the groundwork has already been laid. Parents are more informed and more aware to empower and empowered to act. The only thing left to do is to sustain and build on this momentum. Now, future initiatives can now be designed with the confidence that this key audience is already on board, our secondary audience. They're ready to listen, they're ready to act, and ready to help cultivate a culture of care within their homes and communities. And this would help in our broader goal to uplift the mental health of our teens. That's it for Objective 2. Thank you.
Monitoring and evaluation. Objective number 3. Upon receiving the module, 100% of the involved faculty will complete a form confirming receipt, demonstrating their participation in the first step of ongoing mental health support efforts. The Hinga Muna Liceans Mental Health Awareness Initiative, aimed at senior high school students at Liceo de Luisiana, significantly enhanced students' understanding in key mental health areas. So before the intervention, the aggregate pretest score of 47 points indicated a limited grasp of essential concepts such as mental health definitions, common stressors faced by adolescents, widespread myths about mental illness, effective coping mechanisms, and the principles of allyship. After the campaign, the post-test results revealed a positive change with the overall score rising to 277 points. This actual improvement of 230 points representing about an 80.97% increase overall indicates better understanding in these particular areas. This measurable enhancement highlights the campaign's success in improving the students' mental health literacy, preparing them with a deeper understanding of mental health, the obstacles they may encounter, ways to deal with those challenges, and how to support each other. Additionally, the campaign was supported by a high level of stakeholder engagement. A 100% return rate was recorded for the acknowledgement form of parents, indicating full parental consent and support. So, this complete participation reflects a strong commitment from the parents to the objectives of the initiative. Such involvement is critical as parental support has been shown to positively influence students' attitudes toward mental health, encourage open communication at home, and foster a sense of emotional security. Moreover, parental commitment reinforces the importance of the campaign at home, where students often process their emotional experiences. The visible engagement of parents communicates to students that their well being is valued, which can reduce stigma and encourage openness, according to Abay Abay et al. 2023. Similarly, the school acknowledge form was signed by the principal, also resulting in 100% rate. This full endorsement form this full endorsement from the institution signified institutional commitment to mental health advocacy. The active involvement of the school administration plays a vital role in sustaining the campaign's impact beyond its duration. According to Empath 2024, when educators and administrators are invested in mental health advocacy, schools become safer, more inclusive spaces where students are empowered to access psychological support without fear of judgment. Commitment at the institutional level also encourages sustainability. Teachers and staff become active participants in reinforcing key messages, modeling healthy coping strategies, and responding sensitively to students' emotional needs. Collectively, the results of the pre and post test, along with the full endorsement from both parents and the school, demonstrate the success of the Hingamuna Liceans in meeting its objectives. The findings emphasize the importance of a collaborative approach in mental health education, where increased awareness is supported by a network of informed and committed stakeholders. This reinforces the notion that mental health advocacy in schools requires not only educational intervention, but also the sustained engagement of both the home and school environments to create a supportive atmosphere conducive to student well-being.
Good day everyone, I am Anna and I am honored to present the results of our last objective. The objective 4 for the project Hinga Muna Liceans, a mental health awareness campaign designed to support the senior high students of Liceo de Luisiana. As the final step in our initiative, we focus on creating a comprehensive campaign toolkit which includes social media content templates, seminar presentation slides, and a step-by-step implementation guide. This toolkit was designed to ensure that the school, faculty, staff, parents, students, government institutions, and other stakeholders can replicate and adapt the successful strategies employed in this campaign. After the successful conducting our mental health campaign seminar last April 4, 2025, at the School of Liceo de Luisiana with the participation of the senior high students. Our team has gathered all vital materials into this accessible resource, empowering Liceo de Luisiana to independently sustain mental health advocacy efforts even beyond our involvement. Our team engaged in social marketing mobilization activities, including the developing social media content templates for engaging online awareness efforts. Finalizing the seminar presentation slides for structured discussions and learning sessions, and creating a step-by-step implementation guide for seamless executions. And creating a Having outlined the extensive strategies, executions, and significant outcomes of the Hinga Muna Liceans campaign, we reach an important milestone towards sustainability, which is we formally hand over the complete digital comprehensive toolkit to the school administration of Liceo de Luisiana. The said campaign toolkit compromises the following: To explain further, the Hinga Muna Lyceans module is a fundamental educational resource developed in partnership with mental health experts. The module objectives are to define mental wellness in relatable way, dispel common myths to reduce stigma, identify specific mental health challenges faced by senior high students, recognize when and how to seek help, provide practical coping strategies, highlight the importance of a supportive home environment, and introduce available resources, including the program's Facebook page. It also offers a framework for ongoing mental health education within the institution, incorporating lesson plans, activity recommendations, and critical information on mental health awareness. The second one is the parent primer, which is a vital component that equips parents to aid their children's mental well being. It provides actionable advice on nurturing open communication, fostering a supportive home atmosphere, and recognizing signs that may necessitate professional intervention. And lastly, the digital content library. It's a collection of social media templates, infographics, and example posts designed to sustain continuous engagement and awareness. These materials enable the school to maintain an active online presence that works to destigmatize mental health and promote peer support. The transfer of the digital toolkit signifies more than just the end of a project. It marks the initiation of a sustainable frameworks for mental health support within Liceo de Luisiana. By providing the school with this toolkit filled with knowledge, resources, and practical tools to carry on this important work, the Hinga Muna Lyceans campaign aims to create a lasting legacy of well-being for future generations of students. Thank you.